excited for you to learn how to work from home, for you to get started on your journey as an online freelancer. And this is a 5 day series. So over the next 5 days, you'll be receiving emails with mga lessons about how trending job na to. I just want to congratulate you and tell you and let you know that I'm proud of you for investing the time. I know this is a free course naman, so you're not investing money, but you're investing the time to get started working from home as a freelancer and to get you closer to your goals. Now, my name is Jason Dulay, and I will be your guide on your work from home journey. This free course, this 5 day free course, is the first step para makapagtrabaho ka in the comforts of your own home kasama ang iyong pamilya. And hopefully, at the end of this, the goal of this free course is for you to learn how you can work even habang nasa bahay lamang. Diba? And that's, diba, yung dream, diba? That's yung dream job natin, yung parang ganito. Yeah. Now, this 5 part series will guide you to hopefully getting your first online job. Now, at the end of every lesson, we have an action item that I highly recommend that you complete bago mo simulan yung susunod na lesson, just to make sure that you understood the previous lesson before you move on, of course. Sige, let's get started. Let's get started by answering this question. What is the most popular online job for Filipinos? Or yung pinaka-trending na online job for Filipinos? Okay. Now, the most popular online job for Filipinos is virtual assistant jobs. Itong mga virtual assistant or yung mga VA jobs na to. In fact, there are websites online that hire Filipino virtual assistants. Just to give you some examples of websites na you can find mga virtual assistant jobs, there's online jobs at PH, there's freelancer.com, there's upwork.com, there's guru.com, where we have companies around the world, in the US, in Europe, UK, Canada, Australia, who are looking to hire virtual assistants. Hopefully, they're looking to hire you din, diba? Now, to give you parang an introduction, ako, when I started working online, I started as a virtual assistant and I was earning 25,000 pesos every month. And this is when I started. So, parang new hire, parang bago or probationary employee, diba? Tapos I was already earning 25,000 pesos a month. Not bad naman, diba? And since then, diba, that was 9 years ago. Ngayon, I've already gotten promoted. But I started as a virtual assistant. And because I started as a virtual assistant, what it did is it taught me the skills to work from home successfully, starting as that virtual assistant. And that's why I recommend that everybody starts as a virtual assistant. See, it is a competitive market, virtual assistant market, but the need to hire virtual assistants for online businesses, it grows every day. Consistent yung demand nito. Now, ano ba talaga yung virtual assistant? What is a virtual assistant? Most people, they have no idea kung ano ba itong virtual assistant na to. They just know about it being an online job, but that's it. And you've probably heard the term virtual assistant or VA before, pero di mo alam kung ano yung mga ginagawa nitong VA na to. Well, just to give you an introduction to what they do, a virtual assistant is equivalent to an executive assistant of the boss of a company. The difference lang is that online yung work in this opisina. So, as a clear, virtual assistant equivalent to executive assistant, pero online instead of office-based. And nowadays, a lot of online businesses are popping up every single day. And this can be anything from a blog or yung mga vloggers na nakikita natin to mga online shopping stores. We see it on Facebook, on Lazada, on Shopee, that so many people are selling new products online. And this isn't just happening in the Philippines. This is happening worldwide. And like I said, the US, in Europe, in UK, in Canada, in Australia. And a lot of the times, these companies in these other countries, they can't afford to hire somebody local. They can't afford to get somebody in person. They can't get that in-person executive assistant. Or maybe sometimes they're looking for an assistant to manage mga specific online tasks in the business. And that's where you come in as a virtual assistant. This is your role over here. With online businesses, diba they deal with customers online. They do mag-meeting, they meet Skype or meet sa Zoom rather than boardrooms. And because of that, because of the nature of the mga online business, mga online stores, mga vlogs, and so on, you would be able to perform these executive assistant duties from the comfort of your home, from your virtual office. Hence, that's why we call it virtual assistant. And just like yung mga executive assistants, what they do is they manage schedules of their bosses, they manage yung communication of their boss. You'll also do something similar, pero online nga lang. Kaya, kailangan mo ng certain level of skill gamit ang mga iba't ibang online tools para makapag-work from home ka. So, just to give you an idea of different tasks that a virtual assistant does, and we'll talk about this in more detail in the next lesson. Okay, but parang overview lang. Here are the common tasks that you may be asked to do. So, one is managing mga emails of a company. Or you might be asked to manage schedules or meetings. Or you might be asked to create mga documents in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, or PowerPoint. They might ask you to do research on different topics. Or to manage mga social media accounts. Or update content of their websites. Now, depending on what the tasks you're going to be doing and how many tasks you'll be required to do, you may be required to work full-time or part-time or flexi-time or sa iba as needed lang. And this gives you a lot of flexibility. If ayaw mo ng full-time na trabaho, you can look for jobs that are part-time or flexi-time. So yeah, I gave you a number of reasons earlier, bakit naman interesting and why, ano yung mga benefits of itong working from home as a freelancer. Pero I've listed down why should you work as a freelancer or as a virtual assistant. First of all is money. And yung mga newbies, yung mga, like I said earlier, yung mga bago lang. Ako, I started at 25,000 a month. Yung iba, they started 20,000. Yung iba, 30,000. Like I said, ito yung mga parang new hires. And they can start at 20,000, 30,000 pesos a month. Not bad, right? And even after a year, you can start earning 50,000 or even 100,000 pesos a month. Saan ka makahanap yan? Na after a year, you can be earning that much. A second reason is time freedom. Now, most of the time, when you work doesn't matter, especially yung mga flexi time na trabaho, when you work doesn't matter, just that the work gets done, just that matatapos mo yung trabaho by the deadline. May mga deadlines. So, if you work in the morning, okay lang. If you work at night, okay lang. Ang importante is matatapos mo yung trabaho by the deadline. If may presentation si client or yung company, yung boss mo on Friday, you should submit yung report niya on maybe Wednesday, yung ganun. Next is location freedom. So you can work anywhere in the world as long as you have a computer, as long as you have internet. Ako, I've been able to travel around the world. Minsan nagbakasyon, pero may laptop pa rin because I was still getting work done even while traveling. Also, no traffic. I've worked in Manila before and I was spending parang 2.5 hours one way from Parañaque to Quezon City just traveling. So about 5 hours every day na wasted time yun, di ba? And as a freelancer, walang traffic. Your office is parang 10 seconds away from your bed. So, and there's no traffic. You don't waste time or energy, di ba? Minsan when we go to the office, pagod na tayo because of the travel. Here, wala. You don't waste time, you don't waste energy spending hours traveling every day. And we also can get career fulfillment. You can focus on any kind of skill that you'd like to focus on. And you can enjoy doing your work. Your career growth and your earnings are up to you. If you want to learn how to do yung mga bookkeeping, you can learn it. If you want to learn how to become a writer, pwede. If you want to learn how to make a website, pwede din. You can find your career fulfillment dito as a freelancer, pero starting out as a virtual assistant. Sige, let's get to today's action item. We talked about a lot of things today, diba? And that's enough information for you to get an introduction, you to get an idea. So let's start on our action item. What I want you to do is I want you to identify the areas where you are strong or where you are weak in regards to virtual assistant tasks. So, yung yung tasks na I mentioned earlier. So what I want you to do is rate yourself 1 to 5 in the following areas: managing emails, managing schedules or meetings, creating office documents, doing research, managing social media accounts, and updating website content. And even better, if you reply to me via email with your answers. Now, in managing emails, you're 1. In doing research, you're 5. Ganun. Don't worry if you're 1, if your answer is 1. Because what that means is that you are going to learn. You just have to learn more, diba? Kaya dito ka, diba? To learn about becoming a virtual assistant, to learn about working from home and working online. Sige, that's all for today. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Don't forget, you're going to get your next lesson tomorrow. And we're going to talk about yung mga tasks ng virtual assistant in more detail. See you tomorrow.